It's gonna be funny.
Oh yeah, he's got that Dingo Dan.
Or every time I look around. Remember that song?
What's that?
I don't know. Every time I look around. No.
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay.
Spice Girls? Like, where's that from?
No, but that era for sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The worst I remember from that would be the
The hamster dance. The hamster dance. Yeah.
Come on, everybody!
I had that whole CD.
Really?
Oh, word?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you wouldn't have half, but yeah, I had the physical CD, the whole thing. Don't judge me.
I bought worse. I bought that.
Wait, what was in the album?
Just more songs sung by hamsters. What else do you think?
Yeah, but what were the other songs though?
Some of the Alvin and the Chickmunks? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know, man. I don't fucking listen to it today.
You still have it now? You still have it?
No, I don't.
Oh.
No, I don't.
Why'd you buy it though?
I don't know.
Though.
I don't know. I mean, it was good.
It was the 90s, man.
Yeah.
Let it go, man.
Like, Blue Man Group was hot. Prozac. Hamster dance.
Speaking of 90s, man, that new Mortal Kombat movie was shit.
Oh, fuck.
Get over here!
Yeah, even from the trailer, I wasn't feeling like, get over here.
You didn't? No, I was like, I was excited, man. I was
you know
excited
what it
to
is?
watch it.
They knew that it was gonna be a terrible movie. You know why? Because that's why they released the 7 minutes on YouTube. They're like, here's a cock tease of the only best part of the film, and then you finally watch it. You spend the money. It's like, yo.
I didn't spend any money.
Well, yeah.
But I didn't watch
Fucking
that.
pirate.
I didn't watch that 7-minute trailer though.
That's how we ended up watching it, because my roommate was like, I saw the 7 minutes. It's so sick. We gotta watch it. And I was like, okay. I thought it was cool, but halfway through for me, I thought that's where it gets kind of like.
Is it because like we're older and we don't like find that shit interesting anymore? Like, or do you? Like,
No, fuck that. I think.
No, I was like as
Yeah.
excited to like. I was like, oh, sick! Like I was finally they were making this movie because it could be so good. So I was genuinely like, I made plans to watch it.
I like was how they introduced all like the main characters, like the way they just brought them in, like with Jax getting his ass kicked by Sub-Zero. That's how he ends up getting the robot arms. Or fucking Liu Kang's gonna get his ass kicked, and then fucking Kung Lao just with his fucking scissor hat. That was sick. It kept true to like some of the concepts of the video game, like the
Use a lot of the same moves that they would use in the game.
They even had the part where it's just like you've ever played with like that one friend who always does that leg sweep move all the fucking time.
Oh yeah. He fucking it was Liu Kang, I think, did it,
Liu
right?
Kang and Kano, yeah.
Yeah.
He's I'll just jump next time.
I wasn't really a video game player. When I was
Really?
younger. Like, I had video games, but like I didn't have that.
We always got stolen.
No, motherfucker. What the fuck? No. Shit.
Oh man.
Fuck yeah.
I just couldn't afford the ones that were worth getting stolen.
Yeah, someone downloaded all the games for my PS1, and then I think my babysitter gave them to me. Like, she gave me like a
You
stack
had
of
a
games.
babysitter?
Yeah.
You never had a babysitter?
No.
Why not? Your mom just left you at home
Well, yeah.
when you were a baby?
I don't remember that far back. I just remember being home sometimes alone.
Yeah, but when I wasn't old enough, I had somebody would come and watch me.
Was I a neglected child?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a comedian, so like it's part of the makeup. You know?
Entertainer. Not a comedian.
This guy thinks he's an entertainer.
What else do you
I
do?
don't like the word comedian. I just don't like it. I don't like the way it makes me feel. I don't know. Call me a musician, I'll be like, yeah.
No, you play guitar. There's a difference.
No, I play the bass.
Still, no, yeah, and you play bass. You play guitar and you play bass. Oh, and you play cello, but you're not a musician. To me, is like a musician is somebody like that's your job.
Like their profession.
Yeah, like I'm a music. Like I've played guitar for a long time.
Okay, so
but I'm a guitar player.
yeah. So along the lines that Aiden was saying, that's why I don't like saying that, because that's being a comic's not really my profession right now. It's something that I'm doing.
Are you trying not to limit yourself? Is that what you're trying to say?
Limit myself in what way?
Like limit yourself to like one thing. You just want to be
Still
in
trying to
different
get that
avenues?
magic career.
No, like don't get me wrong. I would enjoy making a career out of this. There's just something that's kind of like you know, because I've been doing it for like 4 years now, and I've had a lot of fun. But it's just like with this whole pandemic going on, it's really hard to do anything comedic per se, because like a lot of the shows like are all on the internet and shit, and the only thing I use my fucking computer for is like fucking pornography and Age of Empires. So it's just like you don't really have
Both involve little men.
you don't really have like an audience per se. Like I've seen some of them on like Facebook and Instagram, or they'll even do like Instagram shows on the Instagram Live, and it's just like there's not.
Well, there's no community, right?
There's no intimacy.
Yeah.
There was a certain level of intimacy that I had when performed. Why is that fucking funny, man?
Because the way you said intimacy.
Yeah, intimacy.
Into me, I see.
Yeah, I know.
But there's a level like you guys performed on stage with live people. You know, there's a certain effect that has. You know, it's the energy that you. And I don't want to sound like one of those fucking crystal sluts, but there's an energy. There's a certain energy that the vibes. It's all vibes.
Yeah, I remember my first show was at some place on Spadina, on top of a bar, like at the very top of a bar, on Spadina Street somewhere, and that's my first set. I think I took a picture of it on Facebook, or whatever. And then after I didn't do it for like a year because I had school, and then school didn't work out surprisingly, and then so then I went back to doing comedy.
So the streets brought you to the stage.
Pretty much.
It's like a new movie.
You ever talk about your experience growing up on stage?
No, I try to. I'm trying to. I mean, so I have some jokes, but I haven't tried them out yet because there's no stage to try them out yet. So
how'd you? Because I remember meeting you at Rusty Nail.
Yeah.
And that's the only time I ever saw you there.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd go there mostly every week.
You used to have that fucking Dropkick Murphys type of hat on sometimes.
Dropkick Murphys hat on.
You know, the little Irish.
No, I didn't.
No?
No. I haven't worn a hat like that in years. It was like little fucking golfing, drinking hats. I call them drinking hats. I think they're called Ivy caps, though.
But yeah, I remember seeing you there.
Yeah, I'd go there like every, what was it, Thursdays?
Tuesdays?
Yeah, Tuesdays.
That was a nice little place. Did you ever do it?
No. I only...
It was fucking rusty there, that's for sure. Some weird people that go through
It was nice because even though if there wasn't a lot of audience members there, the comics were kind of like supportive. It just felt like one of those like grungy like places, you know, where you'd think Krusty the Clown would like perform.
I never really had that experience. Like, I wasn't really prepared for like the amount of bullshit you get when you first start comedy, especially from other comics or just from people in general. You ever notice that shit? Like people come at you.
No.
Funny, all that shit. No.
Like in prison, they size you up.
Yeah, kind of like that, just a little bit.
You know what? Earlier on, I'd say there was that kind of like, you know, that pecking order type of shit. But I guess once they start seeing you do well on stage, it's just like they start respecting you, which is kind of like, I don't know, weird.
I don't know about that, but like I just when I first the second day, someone got at me for no reason. I know for no reason. I just for me being there.
Like in person?
Yeah. So.
Well, that's the thing too. You have to understand where it's like it's like a competitive field. You know, it's like everyone going to law school trying to get into a firm. You know, everyone here. You know, we got to be. I guess there's that.
Yeah, but are there people like personally trying to fuck with you? Like, fuck that.
Yeah. I just wasn't prepared for that. I just thought everybody's we could tell jokes now. Ha ha ha. We all kind of suck, but we're gonna get better. And I thought it was a supportive group, but I was not prepared for that shit. Like I took a year of just sheer beatings from other shitty people, so that was a hard lesson to learn. I always wanted to quit, but then I just kept on going. So I thought eventually it's just gonna get better.
I'm very notorious for saying I'm gonna fucking.
Yeah, this
quit.
guy says he's gonna quit every 3 weeks.
No, it's just like cause like I get what he's saying, cause you know there's a lack of camaraderie. You know, everyone wants to like fight.
I don't know. Nobody's ever really talked shit to me.
Cause you're a white.
No, I'm like unless it's a girl, then they're like, it's a white chick. It's the white chicks that are usually like mad at me. Get up on my face, right? But I don't know.
No, I get what you're saying, but sometimes it's not just that. It's like it's also, you know, your material gets you in trouble with certain people, and you know they start like you know, you say these kind of jokes, and I don't like you because of that.
But the thing is, like, you're new. You don't know the rules or the boundaries, so you're like testing it out. So how could you know?
But that's the thing. There is no rules either, right? Like
fucking hipster over here.
What? What do you mean? Oh.
You fucking guy. But there's no like set of rules to guide you. You just fucking go do it.
But like you don't know like. But there are certain type of things that you kind of stay away from. It's like
not wearing shorts on stage.
Yeah, shit like that. I don't know. Just shit
That's
that no one
funny.
tells you about.
Like, yeah, dude, people, and I know what you're talking about. Like, and it's all on the internet type of bullshit.
Yeah.
It's just like, should you wear shorts on stage? And it's got like fucking 263 comments about why you shouldn't wear shorts on stage or some shit like that. It's like, wow.
What if the AC is out in the club?
This is what people talk about, dude. There are so many times where I've seen people talk about, should Louis C.K. be forgiven? Like, it's just like, are you guys that bored? You have nothing constructive to talk about? Let's talk about how to get better on stage. Let's not criticize each other for the type of humor we like. Like, we all want the same thing, don't we? You know, we're supposed to be a unit.
World domination.
Wait, I see it like this way. You know, the world's our kingdom, and we're the jesters.
You fucking pretentious prick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Being funny, it's fun, but it's not fun when
it's not funny.
Yeah.
Just so you didn't know.
I don't think there's any kind of like limitation or rules, because like there are different areas where you can go perform, and you're gonna find people with more of a positive reaction to what you're saying. Like your friend from Oshawa, like there's a lot of stuff that you could say over there that, you know.
Is Oshawa your spot? Like, is this the...
I like Oshawa.
Alright.
But that's the thing. I haven't really explored the whole world of comedy. I've only explored what's in.
But at least
Toronto.
at least when you were there, the people that were there kind of wanted to be there.
I just know with the rape jokes, like I didn't know, like you know, like when women, it's you know, everybody deals with that shit or has like a level of whatever. Like I just feel like women have been avoiding that for like centuries or whatever, and then you have to hear about it over and over again. You go to a comedy club to like escape essentially, right? And if you go there and the comic is like rape da 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 da, and it kind of, you know, you have to hear that.
You could say that for every joke.
Yeah,
true. But
right?
like,
it's just like everybody's gonna get mad at the joke that's about them, but the second you make a joke about somebody else, that is a different group, you're gonna like. You're gonna laugh, right?
It's also hypocritical too, and I'm guilty of it. You know, because I'm more on the I say thing. Oh, you know, we should be open about what we express on stage. But then again, I get offended if somebody says something, you know, in regards to like my background or ethnicity or some shit. Like it's stupid. If I'm gonna be a comic, I gotta be all in. I can't have no fucking touchy feelings with this kind of shit.
Yeah, but you gotta be aware, like, you know, most of your audiences are women, and most of the people who buy the things, they're on dates.
Most of your audience are women.
No, let me finish. There's like, you know, there's people with dates there, right? So,
but you have to understand.
Wait, let me finish. Okay. Let me finish.
Yeah,
let me finish. All right. It's just that, you know, women hold the laughter key for men to like laugh, so you'll see that in comedy.
Yeah, and those guys are fucking sips.
Yeah, those guys are cowards.
Like, I'm just saying, like, most guys, dude, they won't laugh.
Yeah. I find that not true, because every live comedy you see, he's like the comic be like, yeah, you see her fucking boyfriend's laughing and she's sitting there like like all upset, and he's just chuckling.
Yeah,
and I don't think no people don't understand that, like, with every joke that you tell, someone's gonna be the butt of the joke.
Always, yeah.
And I don't think people understand that. Like, it's just.
I think it is. It's not just women like as the audience too. I guess it's your performance on stage. Because confidence and having confidence in what you're saying on stage, whether it's like terrible or not, it'll still come across funny. That's
like 90% of it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I don't know.
And the other 10% is good luck.
Why, have you gotten heckled by a chick before or something?
I mean, by your cousin. I mean, like the whole.
By your cousin?
Yeah, by your cousin.
When we went to Oshawa.
Yeah, her cousin. Every time we did the
his cousin or your cousin?
Her cousin.
No, his cousin.
Why the fuck did you call me a her?
His whatever, man.
You got my pronouns wrong.
Shut up, man.
Cancel Nathan Griffin.
But no. The first was that guy. Remember when we did the backyard show? The first time we went there,
that
it was
Russian prick.
Yeah, he's a fucking asshole. That
He's
piece
not
of shit.
funny. What is a joke?
What?
This guy, he didn't talk through anybody else's set. He talked through his set and my set, and then during my set, I'm just like, oh, shut the fuck up. I told him to shut the fuck, because it was just so annoying at that point. And then we went to the other one. No, not the. There was another one after. We went to Robbie Hollywood's show.
Oh, in Scarborough.
And then
No. In the it was in Scarborough, but
Yeah,
it was
in
like
Scarborough.
on a patio. That was a fun show.
I didn't know he was doing the shows out in the summer. Oh, he was.
This
That's
was
right.
like last year though. Before.
Yeah, no,
No, this was still during the time of Corona.
Yeah,
Jesus.
There was this white lady in the front. Like the mic didn't work for like a couple seconds. It happened with another comic.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Oh, why don't you take off your mask?" I'm like, "Why don't you shut the fuck up, bitch?" I'm like, "This is like
Okay, but in her defense, this is.
I have a mic. You're 3 feet away from me. You're like right. She's as close as you are to me right now.
Yeah, she just wants to see you, man.
No,
Yeah.
no.
She wants to get a little glimpse of Nathan.
And then the third time, apparently my cousin heckled him. She was just drunk on, I don't know what the fuck she said, but I thought it was funny because that's when he was like, "I'm so tired."
I missed that one.
Yeah, that's where it started. I'm so tired. Every time I'm on stage, some what, bitch? You gotta say something stupid. And then he came and apologized to me, which was funny. I was like,
Such a gentleman, eh?
Like I felt bad, because I feel bad sometimes, because I don't think sometimes people don't think that we're joking. Like it's just sometimes it's just like our words turn into statements.
But then you're in the wrong spot.
yeah. Here's the thing, that you have to understand. People go to shows to see comedy. So if you're at an event that's promoted as a comedy event, and you see people at this comedy event, they're there because they want to laugh.
Right.
At that point, it's just like, you just say what you need to say.
I tried to apologize to that Russian guy in the backyard show, and he just acted like a dick. So I'm just like, I felt bad for that.
That's true too.
I
Like,
have done that.
like when you get heckled and I remember this one time, this girl, she wouldn't shut up during my set, and I was like, "Yo, listen, bitch. At the end of the day, I got bigger tits than you."
You say that to somebody?
Yeah, this was when I was a lot fatter, and
But was still with a lot of confidence.
everyone's
I'm
like,
fat, but with confidence.
they're like, "Oh," and then I was just like, "Hey, yo, thanks." Like, she was like, "Yeah, it was funny.
You thanked her?
I was just like, "Hey."
Thanks for having a small chest.
I was like, "Thanks for being a good sport,"
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh yeah." This guy actually, he told me once that I have the confidence of a hot white girl.
Hot white
telling
girl.
you, yeah, he does. Like the hottest white girl you've ever seen.
I don't
Just
get
the
that,
confidence, just the pure confidence.
You mean bitchiness?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But have you been heckled? Like, what's your experience?
Nothing like too crazy. I remember one time when I was at the Rusty Nail, and this gay dude was sitting in right in the very front. I think he was a comic, but he was going on later, and he kept talking over my set the whole time, right? He's like, "Oh my god, yeah," and he's like drinking a fucking martini or something.
On a Tuesday night.
Yeah. No, it looked like he brought his own bottle of wine into the bar.
The box wine.
Yeah, he had it in his backpack. But he kept talking, right? And then they gave me the light. And I was just like, "Oh, did you guys give me the light?" They're like, yeah. I was like, "Oh, I couldn't see over this flamer in the front row." And he just shut the fuck up.
That's funny.
But I remember once, when a host of a show kind of heckled me. And he just he talked over my set, and I was just like, I get it if somebody's in the crowd and does it, but the host of the show, You're
professional.
You'd be a little professional, right? Like, I know it's just a shitty little mic, but like, you know, maybe a little bit of a ribbing or whatever, but to like just say something over the set, like, you're a prick. Leave that to like, even just if there's other comedians in the crowd, fine, but like the host, you're supposed to like be the normalizer, the neutral kind of, right?
Yeah. I've had that happen many times.
I think that's what this, I guess, quote unquote scene lacks, is some sort of professionalism, because you have a lot of like stupid shit going on for like this dumbest, like when this whole pandemic was happening, everyone was just arguing about wearing a mask and like, oh, I'm gonna rat on you if you're doing a show outside. It's just like, dude, that's your main source. Like, for some people, it was their main source of income. You know, like, losing a stage, losing that kind of livelihood. I can understand if you want to go out and perform. Just if it's not something you agree with, don't be like, I need names right now so I can report it to the government. Like, it's just, you know, it's a lot harder now to get any kind of like exposure. You don't have that intimacy anymore.
It'll come back though.
You think so? It's been like what, 6 fucking
6 years? Feels that way, yeah, that's for
6
sure.
years. It's the longest 2 weeks of my fucking life. That's what that's been.
This new segment, Hands Up, Don't Shoot. How do you feel about the Derek Chauvin trial? How about that?
Oh man.
We should at least segue.
I don't know. I thought it was.
We should have segued into that.
I thought it was a good trial. It had all the aspects of a good trial. It was a defense lawyer, an offense lawyer, whatever they call him, a judge, prosecutor, yeah, executor.
You said prosecutor?
I said prosecutor.
Yeah.
Prosecute,
Dude,
boss.
that old trial, it was a fucking mess. No, I don't have any opinion on the matter. I just think
Clearly, you do.
not really. I just
What?
think-
You've been sending me all this shit for like weeks.
It's just because we can talk about it. But like, to be honest, I don't really care whether or not if he was guilty or not guilty. For me, it's entertaining to see the sensationalism behind this whole event. As bad as that sounds, but it's just, I like studying, people and seeing them how they react. Like, there were people who had like trial reaction videos on YouTube. Like, that's kind of like this. A man lost his life, and you're trying to get some kind of clout off of that by doing a trial, not guilty. Woo! And,
Hell yeah, man! This is capitalism, baby.
I mean, they did it for like OJ, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's fucked.
Who, Doje?
OJ.
Doje?
Can you not hear me? Like, what's going on here?
Well, OJ was that was like a huge thing too. Well, I don't know. It's he was accused of murder, and
This is our OJ of its time. This is pretty much.
You think George Floyd is the
Yes, it's probably even bigger than OJ.
I don't know if it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not
It's
the
not
same
the same
thing,
thing, but like it's the
OJ
same
was,
feeling.
Like,
a little bit.
Of OD, did it.
I don't know. For me, I couldn't watch it on the news. Like I tuned in and tuned out because every time they kept on showing like the evidence, the video, like it just felt like at this point on the
Video though? There's
like just the whole video, like all of it. It just
like the cop cam or
all the cop cam, the whatever, all the videos. It just felt like they were just showing his death over and over again.
They showed it like probably hundreds of times a day.
And I couldn't take. It just felt like they're just replaying a snuff film like, over and over again.
You also have to understand that lawyers need to manipulate your feelings in order for them to sway you into getting a
I get that. I get this. Like a hypnosis. It's like what we kind of do. I really feel like people who public speak are just like kind of like comedians at this point.
Well, the whole world's a joke right now. Dude, remember when people used to make fun of us because of fucking Rob Ford?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's nothing. The states had fucking Donald Trump and Joe Biden with his whole, if you gotta choose between me or Trump, you ain't black. Like,
I mean, like, when you gotta be, he's going against, like, the fucking asshole who tweets out every fucking...
Okay, but him to say, hey,
He said one out of, like...
We still
you gotta give him, like...
Look, what he said is stupid. I don't think it's inherently racist, per se. It is definitely... Like, look, I don't think he was saying it to put anybody down. That's what I mean.
Okay, but if Trump would have said that,
Sure,
whole
but the thing is,
world
their
would have been-
demeanors are different. He's presented more as like a nice guy, where
But-
Trump is like, and you just right.
And that's
so
what we're
like you
talking
can
about,
forgive
like-
somebody that's generally more respectful.
But it's
Right?
all, it's at the end of the day, it's all a performance from these people.
Yeah,
Sure.
Of course, all of it is. Yeah. It's like wrestling.
But come on, like that's like you ain't black if you don't vote for me. You know?
I think he was joking, and I think
You,
Like
I-
that's a funny
it was-
joke.
it
He
was-
should have just should have put some more leg into that joke though, and be like, if you throw his arms in there, we would have been like, oh, okay, that's like kind of funny.
I guess it just we don't want jokes from our politicians.
No,
we want
you-
registration and whatever. all
Oh,
that
nobody
shit.
wants any problems with them. They can't do anything wrong.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because like if other countries you can have affairs and still be president.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like you can like
6
fucking-
wives and fucking.
all that shit. But here you got to be pristine and like that's
yeah,
impossible.
like I don't even know why I bring up American politics.
Wait. Well, you know who's running for governor of California?
Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh yeah, I heard about that shit. Oh, sorry, my
Wow,
bad.
you're really
sorry.
excited.
Holy shit! I heard about that. I'm like, holy fuck! Why? How is this gonna work?
You know like, what? I didn't know that she's a Republican.
Yeah, she's been a bitch the whole time. Yeah,
Yeah,
Why
she
is she a
was.
bitch?
She was a Trump supporter, but she's not.
Why is she a bitch?
because
she's
of
a
her
Republican?
policies. Her policies suck.
Yo,
They're terrible. I just feel like she just
press.
she's just like a hypocrite. Like she just wants to be open for her issues, but like when it comes to everybody else's,
But that's
it's
the
all
thing.
for yourself.
All
Like,
these-
what the
all
fuck?
these-
More free dicks for women, or whatever.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
All these
Yeah,
public
wow.
figures are just a representation of their demographic. That's
Yeah,
all
I
they
get
are.
that, but like it's
can't-
our fault at the end of the day. But
You can't, and you can't. You can be upset, but don't take it so personally. I think that's what the issue is in this postmodern era.
an era,
In
postmodern
the
era.
I think every like 2 years we should switch over to like an authoritarian style government. Put us back in line, and it's like, all right, for the next like 10 years, you're back to democracy. We can vote, but then every 2 years, like, okay, you guys need to get punished or something. So you fall back in line and be more productive again.
Yeah, I
No,
don't
you
think,
got to appreciate where you.
I
I
don't,
wonder though. One thing is like once everything, reopens again, is crime gonna go back up?
it's statistically crime's been going down. It really has, so I don't think it's gonna go back up.
But if everything's open,
It's gonna go back down. It's gonna be the same.
they're calling this the Great Reset.
Look, man, our generation doesn't really know struggle, right? We don't know what it's like to.
Are you
like,
fucking
really,
kidding me? You're always telling me about as a black man.
Yeah, in the past, but like, yeah, we still struggle, but not as much as we did in like the past. Like, it's not as bad. We didn't really have a good struggle or something, like to make us hard and make
We
harder.
didn't have a war for us.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
haven't had a
exactly.
war.
We didn't have a World War II or fucking. Well, we did, but we just
Wait, what do you mean? You
no
didn't
one
have
cared
a
about
World
it.
War
We had the Iraq War, huh?
Yeah, but it wasn't like it didn't affect the country. Right? Like World War II affected, I mean, not like the war front was on our side of the world, but it did affect us, I think, because then the Great Depression, well, that was World War One.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is our struggle. Staying inside all the time.
See, and that's what I'm saying. We're so privileged over here. We really have nothing to. I guess, sure, we have things to complain about, but to the extreme where it's just like, oh my god, being inside is such a what is it? Violation of my human rights.
Ugh.
Like that's a extreme, Or like, oh, you're not wearing a mask. I'm gonna film you.
The snitches.
Yeah, like
It's
literally.
like they gotta feel good that they're taking part in something. So they're like, I'm gonna tell on you. This is my like due diligence. I'm doing good. Fuck you.
The millennial.
We're talking about our great struggle, man.
We don't
And
really
now
struggle.
our great struggle is staying at home. They're stripping our rights away.
I mean that.
No, I don't. I mean, it's a good place to start. That's for sure.
I just feel like the right that protest downtown on Young Street. I think that is gonna be local news segment. Local news.
What happened?
I just feel like there's gonna be a riot.
Wait, what
fucking-
happened now?
Nothing.
Nothing,
But
but-
it's coming. It's
Wait,
building
there's a-
up.
wait.
Well, I think the riot will happen if because we're supposed to open up again on May 20th, right? And if they go, oh, we got to lock down for another 2 weeks, like even I'm grabbing bricks. Okay, like I am not open shit the fuck up. Okay, I'm sick. And you know, you're talking about we haven't had a great struggle. The only way we're really gonna appreciate this pandemic is if more people die, and we'll appreciate our lives so much more. We got to feel the pain. We got to feel more pain.
It's the great cleansing.
No, you make that sound too. Don't put cleansing in anything. It makes it sound too racial.
How?
I never said. I never said the word cleansing. Okay, I didn't
Wait,
say.
put your hands like that, man. Put your hands down, man. Put
I
your
never
hands-
said the word cleansing. Yeah, I put my hands in my pockets.
Oh yeah. Good news. My auntie, she's writing. They gave her group $1 million to make actual what the fuck information for African studies or whatever. I'm butchering.
Yeah, you definitely are.
You definitely.
No, to give they're making
Just Texas Chainsaw Massacre does.
they're making fucking what's it called
a movie.
like a history book for black
Schools?
yeah
Making-
not black schools but just have
I mean,
black material
They're making
in
black
schools black material
yes.
in schools so that
Yeah,
she-
they already have that. It's called XXL.
no but they're actually making a book like for specifically for that
Okay.
so she got a grant for like $1 million.
Huh.
Her and
Now,
the team.
Andrew, are you upset that nobody's made a Latino book yet?
No, why should I fucking care? I don't care about.
You always get upset over.
No,
over
I don't get upset. It's just like having that discussion. It's funny because it's just like, you know,
See, you know how the whites are gonna react, right? Because the second that black, like, okay, we got a Black History book, and then they have to react. They're like, well, we need a White History book, and then they got to make their own White History book. It's just a stupid reactionary
that's
bullshit.
what I am on par with. Is just like, you know, everybody wants some sort of representation or recognition over here. It's just like, holy shit.
It doesn't matter. You talk about that shit all the time.
But it's not like it does matter, but it's not like there hasn't been any sort of work from our ends in any industry. Like we were talking about narratives the other day, and that's what the media does. I feel like a lot of people, and I hate sounding like a fucking
Tinfoil hat.
but it's just like you are, you know, manipulated by the media in some sense.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I see it in people.
There are certain, like with this whole Derek Chauvin thing, like it was two guys who didn't get along with each other, and when that shit went down, everyone right away turned it into a whole like white cop killing a black man. I understand and I understand the reality is that is an issue in America, but that wasn't the case in this situation. It was just an asshole. It was just an asshole who had, you know, a bad experience with this one dude, and he decided, you know, I'm gonna abuse my power and kill this fucking guy. You know, not like, oh, he's a black guy, so I'm just gonna fucking kill him.
Do you think he intended to kill him?
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
By the look on his face, like...
Yeah, he did pretty fucking
he had that
sinister look on his face. Do you think he intended to kill him?
I don't know. I think yes, but sometimes no.
I mean, I know it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I mean, he
got convicted, so...
Yeah, I was thinking about,
Like, here's my theory on it. It's like, so it's... They've worked together in the past with security and shit, and they've even said that they've both had problems with each other.
No,
Right.
he had a problem with... The Chauvin guy was a dick.
so he had problems with George Floyd. So what I'm thinking is, you know, maybe they had like a really one bad night with each other, and like that stuck with like that Chauvin motherfucker, and he took the first opportunity to fuck with this guy.
Well, he fucked with him at the first moment of that whole video. Like, he approached his car with a gun drawn. That's kind of like...
but he didn't fuck with him. He killed him.
Now, he was definitely fucked with him.
No, I was saying, but he didn't, like, I've been fucked with, like, he killed him. He's dead.
Yeah,
right?
like,
I've been fucked with, and then you just move on, right? Like, you don't, who hasn't had altercations with people and you're just like, I fucking hate this person, but then you brush it off. Like,
you move on.
Right? Like, this guy didn't fuck with him. He fucking killed him. And it's like, the one comment, it's just like everybody's, you know, some people are like, oh, like he was on drugs or like whatever, trying to make an excuse for like the killing to be reasonable. And it's just like, man, it's like at the end of the day, like the dude got fucking killed. He's a human. Like, why do we gotta like argue over the value of his life?
And I think, and it's understandable that they bring that the defense would bring that up in court about him being like, this like apparently like he robbed a pregnant woman, put a gun to her.
I heard that.
I mean,
Yeah.
who hasn't? Who had? No.
Here's the thing, and like
guy.
in no way are those actions like, you can't condone those actions, but at the end of the day, the way that this guy died, that was kind of animalistic, and you can tell it was really personal just by the way the way he had himself on top of the guy, the way he looked. Like, it looked like he was, I'm finally taking revenge on this guy. That's what I'm thinking. Something went down between those two guys, and he just didn't let it go. And the first opportunity that he saw to fuck with this guy, he took it. But the only thing I'm not a big fan of is how, like, right away it was like, no, he killed him because he was black.
I don't think it's because he's black, but I think because he was black, he was able to treat him like that, and no one really questioned him. I think that's the...
Well, I guess the other policeman maybe didn't question him, but everybody else is questioned. That's why he got convicted. Yeah. Everybody's questioning. Everybody was like behind this.
I didn't think that through when the fuck did I just say?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, the way the black people are represented is always in a negative light, especially in that country and mostly around the world. So when you view a type of person in a negative view, you feel like you can do whatever the fuck you want to them. Yeah. Especially when you have an inch of power. So.
Oh, you take that inch and then you go a whole foot or whatever, right? Like,
yeah. Knee.
I just always find it's weird, like when it's like it was in Minnesota. I'm like, Minnesota, like really? But apparently it's like very bad there. Yeah. I was like, Minnesota's not very far from here. Do you know Steven Crowder?
Oh yeah.
He's a guy that does the Change My Mind segments. Yeah. Do you know him?
No.
He did a video where he was put in George Floyd's position, and he had somebody kneel on his back and his neck on asphalt
for 8 minutes and 46 seconds.
I think so, yeah, or 9, or no, it's 9 something, right? And he fucking tested it out.
And how did it go?
I mean, he's alive. I don't think they did it the same way though. Like, they did not put their whole body weight on his neck.
Well, and that's the thing too. Like, all that cop gear, that shit's heavy.
Yeah. Like,
so that added to whatever how much that Chauvin guy weighs,
You think about the Batman belt, the fucking vest.
Like, the whole time he kept on moving his knee around. So obviously he was trying to get to that sweet spot. That's just fucked.
I just thought it was fucked up. It's like, we need to prove this wrong, so we're gonna go test. It's like, man, at the end of the day, someone's dead. Like, you kind of have to give it a rest. Like, I understand it's important, but it's like...
And that's another thing I didn't like, too, is, like, a lot of people were calling for the defense lawyer to get disbarred and shit, and it's just, like, you can't really be mad at him for doing what his job is to defend.
Yeah, I know. That's a tough one, man.
Everyone is, like, everyone probably assumes, as, like, oh, you know what, I'm going to do it, let me do
Daddy
it. Like,
wants to be there. Like,
I remember there was someone at Yale got fired because... or something like that, because they were trying to teach about defense lawyers or something like that. I really don't remember the story, but a teacher got fired because they told the class, you're gonna have to defend shitty people. Like, that's your fucking job. Like, you can't. Everybody needs a fucking defense lawyer. Like, what are you gonna do? Like,
being a lawyer is not, an honorable work.
That's why it pays a lot of money.
And what's really terrible about this whole situation and what's been on my mind, it's like, yes, it's a tragic thing, but I want to know who's going to play George Floyd in the Netflix adaptation.
It's going to come out in like 5-10 years.
You know what's going to happen. It might not be today. No. It might not be tomorrow, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk about that. That night, we're going to talk about that night. But I just feel like there's going to be a documentary. There's going to be a documentary about the whole fucking summer, about all the murders. I mean, they already have that thing on Netflix already with the guy where he wakes up in the morning and he gets shot by a cop, and
every day he wakes up he gets killed by a cop.
Yeah. You have something like that.
No, I know what's it called.
Fuck.
Every Day in the Hood.
I can't remember, but
Just Another Day on the Block.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Jenny from the block.
But see, it's really terrible to think about, but Hollywood's gonna fucking want to cash in on this shit. And there's gonna be like a reaction trailer to, like, Netflix, the new original Netflix series, George Floyd, a tragic death or some shit like that. It's dude, it's fucked up.
I mean, it should happen. I mean,
But that's what
like,
people want to see too,
Yeah.
right?
But it's just like, how can you fucking cash in on the death of a human being?
I mean, they
like that?
cash in
we
the
always-
Holocaust.
Yeah, they cash in on every bad
No,
thing.
I know, and
We have holidays. That's what our holidays are about.
But see, like, I bring this up now, and it's just like, oh my god, that's terrible to say, but it's like, it's true. Like, that's what we enjoy seeing. Is like, do we really care about that this guy is dead, or do we care about like, oh, you know what, it's gonna be great TV in a few years?
I don't. I mean, some producers, yeah, they do think like that, but I just feel like these stories need to be told, and you know, this is the platform you have. So this, you know,
It's like they told Malcolm X's story
Yeah.
time and time again, right?
we don't enjoy seeing these stories. I mean, we don't enjoy seeing the pain, but we enjoy, you know, the messages that they give out. I guess I don't know.
I don't know.
The way it makes us feel.
I guess I find it a little too weird. I don't know why. It's just when you see movies based on like real things that happen like that, it's just I don't know. It's just it makes you feel. I don't know. It makes me feel like kind of weird. It's just like you're you're using a tragic incident for some sorts of people's entertainment, and we eat it up. We're
I
like,
We do the exact same thing with comics. We fucking look for
I
pain
know,
all
yeah,
day.
it's
Like
like-
what the
that's true.
fuck?
I don't think there's anything wrong with it per se.
No, and
Per se.
I think that's something that I'm conflicted about, because like I speak on like, you know, being, you know, freely open with comedic material, but then again it's just like I think about these other things where it's just like, oh my god, that's too far. You know?
I just feel like it's only wrong if it's done badly. All right, if it's done, if
Yeah.
the project is
imagine
Because you can say when it's done in such a way where they wanted, I guess,
here's the
wanted
thing.
doing it for money.
I guarantee they dish it out. First season gets negative reviews. Oh, it was racist. who do you think is gonna play Derek Chauvin?
I don't know, some white guy. I don't fucking know. Who knows?
James Franco?
Oh yeah.
They should get Craig Robinson to play.
They might get a
George Floyd.
transgendered white guy. Who knows? I don't know.
Imagine to make it more progressive
Get Caitlyn Jenner.
But yo, we do but this is our way of passing down stories, though, right?
through entertainment.
This is
through movies,
this
yeah.
is one of our cultural stories, and we don't do it by word of mouth anymore. We do it by fucking posting it on Instagram
Yeah.
and making movies out of it. Yeah, some are tasteful, some are not. But yeah, that's how we do it now, and this is going to be one of those things that just gets passed down, and people will probably learn about it in their school books.
You think so? You think
Oh,
this? you
yeah,
think this
for
would be
sure.
one for
If
the
they
history
ever
books?
like renew whatever bullshit curriculum they're teaching kids now, but yeah, I'm sure it would, you know.
Would you consider this whole thing like a historical moment?
Yeah, because the whole world talked about it. The
After
whole
that,
world protested.
the whole world like marched in protest for George Floyd, like
Yeah.
in other countries across the ocean. A lot of people were like, yeah.
It's how far it reached. Like it's gonna be. It's like remember what happened with the French bombings or whatever, when they bombed Ariana Grande's show or whatever.
They bombed that bitch's show.
Yeah, that's where the bomb happened. Yeah, she had like post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of missed her when she was like white, and now she's like, really, you know,
She's fine either way. I don't give a fuck.
she's really foreign looking now.
Oh yeah. Mm.
Did you see like? Did you see? Did you see
Why you
his
still
face?
like that, man? Why you just like?
Did you see his face in the courtroom when they were pronouncing him guilty? Or he was just like looking around, was like, "Fuck! I thought I was gonna get off."
Yeah, yeah. No, but you'll be getting off in prison.